Well, let's start by saying congratulations to Brandon Johnson on his big win. I think there were a lot of people who were surprised. And in fact, when you say it was a small margin, actually, I think there were people who thought he would lose by a larger margin than he ended up winning by. But he won, and he overcame, I think, suggestions that he couldn't. And so anybody that's ever run for public office knows that when you can overcome expectations and eke out or succeed in winning, especially in an important city like Chicago, they deserve enormous kudos. I look forward to working with Mayor-elect Johnson. I know that I spoke with him last night. He was still celebrating and had a very long day. But we'll be meeting, no doubt, over the next couple of weeks as he moves in his transition to make sure that the state of Illinois is doing whatever we can to be supportive of him as mayor, as we are of mayors all across the state. Look, he's younger than most of the mayors that have gotten elected. He's somebody who comes out of an activist background. I think there's a lot to admire about him. He's a teacher. And I believe that he will bring a certain vibrancy to the city. So I'm excited about that. And I want to make sure that all of the very important things that Chicago needs to work on, whether it's balancing its budget, paying its pensions, all the stuff that sounds boring to everybody and doesn't get brought up sometimes in the midst of an election campaign, but are very important for the future of the city, that those are just baseline things. And I want the state to be helpful in that endeavor, as we are trying to be for municipalities across the state. So I do believe that this is a change for the city, something new. But you know what? It's a new generation of voters that came to the polls. There is a change that's gone on across the Midwest, I might add, that people who believe in investing in workers, investing in families, investing in young people, have come to leadership positions as governor, as mayor in states. Think about Wisconsin and Michigan and Minnesota and how those legislatures turned Democratic in Michigan and Minnesota. And so I think he's part of a kind of a sea change that's going on in what I guess politically we'd all call the blue wall.